Welcome to my channel. Think happy, be happy. Subscribe. Like.
A meeting with Zafar. Mulla Nasruddin was greatly disappointed to see the condition of Bukhara. The Amir's maladministration could be seen everywhere in Bukhara. New taxes were imposed upon the people of Bukhara on a regular basis. All the administrative officers were lazy and corrupt. The greedy money lenders exploited the poor people in the form of loans. Mulla Nasruddin was aggrieved to see the plight of the people of Bukhara. He wanted to relieve the people as soon as possible. He thought, the condition of Bukhara is deteriorating day by day. The people are living a life of hell. There is no one to take care of them or fight for their cause. So I will have to do something for Bukhara and its people. Mulla Nasruddin was engrossed in his thoughts. He was passing by a lake. He saw a big crowd by the lake. Some people in the crowd were shouting. Mulla Nasruddin said to himself, "Oh God, will I ever get peace, even for a minute?" And he rode towards the crowd to find out what the matter was. "What's the matter? Has anyone drowned in the lake? Let me also know please," Mulla Nasruddin asked a man. But the man did not answer him. So Mulla got down from his donkey and walked towards the lake. He saw a man drowning in the lake. He was waving his hands in the air asking for help. Mulla shouted at the people gathered there, "Instead of helping the man, all of you are standing here and watching him. Why isn't anyone saving him from drowning?" The people in the crowd were ashamed. At the same time they were influenced by Mulla's words. So the next minute when the drowning man's head came up in the water, some people tried to pull him by holding his wet clothes but were unsuccessful. Some people shouted out to him, "Give us your hand please." But the man did not do as told. Every now and then, he came up the water and then went down as if he did not want to take anybody's help. The people were surprised to see this. Mulla Nasruddin thought, why isn't the man reaching out for anybody's hand? I think he wants to commit suicide. After some time, the man again came up in the water and some men asked him to give them his hand. But the man again went inside the water. The people who had gathered there could not understand how to save the drowning man because unless he gave his hand to them they could not take him out of the water. Mulla Nasruddin decided what to do. He said to the people, "Listen everyone, from the silk robes worn by the man it is clear that he is no ordinary person but a rich officer. Doesn't anybody here know how to save such people?" A man from the crowd said, "Sir, if you know the way to save the man, do not wait and do the needful." At this Mulla said, "First let me complete what I want to say. Have you ever seen any officer giving anything to anybody?" Everybody replied together, "No, remember, officers do not have the habit of giving. They only know how to take things from others. So how do you expect that he will give you his hand, even if it is related to saving his life?" said Mulla Nasruddin. Just then a man said, "I think now there's no point talking about the man. It seems he has drowned because he hasn't surfaced for some time now. May his soul rest in peace. We need to inform his family at once." But this did not have any effect on Mulla Nasruddin. He said, "Friends, the spirits under water are very pious. They will not accept the evil souls of officers. Hence, such people cannot die under water." Then Mulla went close to the lake. Suddenly the man's head came up and Mulla called out, "Here, take my hand and hold it tightly." The man then caught Mulla's hand very tightly. And after some effort Mulla pulled him out of the water. Then he was laid on the ground and his back was pressed to draw out the excess water from his stomach. As his face was covered with mud, nobody could recognize him. After some time when the man felt a little better he began to shout, "Where is my pouch? Has anyone seen my pouch?" He became silent the moment he saw it tucked safely in his belt. A relieved man, he wiped his face with his shirt sleeves. Nasruddin was shocked to see his face. Blind in one eye and with a big broad nose, the man was very ugly indeed. In fact, he looked like a monster. Mulla Nasruddin had not seen such an ugly man for a long time. When the other people saw the man, terror and disappointment spread on their faces. They began to whisper amongst themselves. Mulla Nasruddin tried to hear what they was murmuring about that ugly man, but he was not successful. Meanwhile the ugly-looking man asked in a loud voice, "Who saved me? Bring him here." Some people pushed Mulla Nasruddin before him and said, "This man saved your life." With a disgusting look, the ugly man said, "You haven't done me any favor because I know swimming. But anyways," he took out a coin from his pouch which valued half a tanka. the smallest unit of the currency in Bukhara, and offering it to Mulla, said, "I am giving you this coin because you saved my life. This is my way of thanking you. Go and buy yourself a plate full of delicious biryani." Mulla felt like strangling the ugly man's throat because he knew that half a tanka would not buy him even a plate of plain rice. But somehow Mulla controlled his temper and said to the man, "Really, can I buy biryani with this amount?" The man gave a cruel smile and said, "Doesn't matter, if not biryani, you can buy khichdi." Mulla told the crowd, "Friends, I saved this man. And you have seen his behavior." Saying this, Mulla Nasruddin sat on his donkey and rode away. He had not gone far when he realized that he was tired and needed rest. But where to take rest? He thought for a while and decided that he would go on riding all day, and when night fell, he would find some place to rest. Then he began to think about the miser who had given him only half a tanka to show gratitude for saving him from drowning. He was engrossed in thoughts when a horseman blocked his path. His clothes and hands were dirty, 2 hammers were tied to the saddle of his horse. Mulla quickly understood that the person was a blacksmith by profession. Mulla asked him, "My dear brother, who are you? And why are you blocking my path? Have I done anything wrong?" The blacksmith answered angrily, "You have no idea whose life you saved today. Your act will now destroy the life of many helpless people. Many innocent people will be sold as slaves in the slave market. You should not have saved that man even if you were granted a place in paradise in return. But it seems that you have no feelings for the poor and innocent people of Bukhara. You saved him for the reward, isn't it?" Mulla Nasruddin was amazed to hear such angry words. He was astonished to also see traces of fear on the stranger's face. Finally he asked, "What are you saying? Although I have patiently heard everything you said, but I cannot understand anything. How can my good act make others slaves? Moreover, why should I have not helped a person who was drowning?" On hearing this, the blacksmith replied, "You mean that in order to secure a place in heaven, one has to be kind to the cruel and evil people of the society." Mulla Nasruddin said, "Brother, I still cannot understand anything." The blacksmith asked Mulla, "I think you are new to this place. You don't live here, do you?" Mulla replied, "Yes, you are correct. I have come here after many years. And I don't know anybody here." Oh, that's why," said the blacksmith. "What happened, brother? Please tell me everything in detail," said Mulla. The blacksmith replied, "The person you saved today from drowning in the lake is the world's worst person. Like a leech he sucks the blood of the poor and helpless people of Bukhara. Every third person in Bukhara is a victim of his cruelty. If he had died today, the lives of many people would have been saved. But unfortunately, that did not happen." Listening to this, Mulla Nasruddin began to regret saving that ugly person. "Tell me the name of the person whom I saved today. Who is he? What does he do? Please tell me everything fast," said Mulla. The blacksmith's eyes became fiery with anger. He replied, "He is the meanest money lender of the world. His name is Zafar." "What are you saying?" said Mulla Nasruddin in astonishment. "Oh God! So he is that cruel money lender. I have committed a grave mistake by saving his life. Oh, what have I done?" Nasruddin then looked at his hands and said, "With these hands I saved that evil man from drowning. Oh God! Please forgive me. I went against your will and saved Zafar's life. Now because of my fault many people will suffer. I wish I had left him alone to drown. Oh, why did I save his life?" When the blacksmith saw Mulla regretting this way, he said gently, "There's no point regretting now. We cannot throw him into the lake. So forget about it and have patience because it's not your fault. Out of humanity, you saved him from drowning. Besides, you were not aware of that man's cruel nature. You did everything unknowingly." Mulla Nasruddin held his donkey's bridle in his hand and said, "No, my friend. This is not the end of it. I promise I will definitely make up for the mistake I have committed. One day I shall kill him by drowning him in the same lake. By doing this, I shall prove that I am a good citizen of Bukhara. So whenever you hear about Zafar's death by drowning, assume that I have fulfilled my promise." After saying this, Mulla left the place, riding on his donkey.
Please subscribe my channel and encourage me to upload more videos.
Like, comment, share, subscribe and press the bell icon and never miss another update.